Hey, it's Jennifer from Happiness is Homemade For, and welcome to my channel. Alright y'all, you voted and the apples won. Alright, so today's craft we are going to be using some apples. I got mine at Hobby Lobby. This is the best price I could find. I know that Amazon also has them. I'm not sure if Michael's, but I definitely got mine at Hobby Lobby. Alright, so there is a difference in the apples. So the red ones are kind of like tall and narrow, and the green ones are more like a rounded shape. We are going to recreate the poison candy apples that like TJ Maxx and Home Goods was selling this year. I'll put a picture right here if you don't know what I'm talking about. But we're going to recreate those. And the best thing is you can make as many as you want, and you can like customize them however you want. So, but alright, as always, I am going to adjust the camera. That way you can see exactly what we're gonna do. So, okay. Alright y'all, I think I am going to use the green apples for this project, and I'm going to save the red ones for some fall projects that we're going to do. But, so the green apples, I am going to take Riley's old Avengers mat, y'all. I have been painting on this mat right here for years. Yeah, so I'm going to take his old Avengers mat, and I am going to take 4 apples. Alright, what I want to do is, I want to pull the stem out of it. Yeah, just like that. Just pull it nice and slow, that way you don't like rip anything. Ouch! Whoops! Alright. Yeah, just pull your stems out. Alright, but what I am going to do, I have these like shish kebab skewer things from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to poke these down in here. I'm just going to stab them right down in there where the stem was. Alright. Move those out of the way. Now I'm going to take my first apple right here, and I'm going to take black paint. I've got a matte, and I also have a glossy one. I think I'm going to use the glossy, kind of shiny. This one is Apple Barrel Indoor Outdoor Gloss Black Paint. You can use any kind of black paint that you want. Right, I am going to take a little bow, and I'm just going to put a bunch of black paint in here. That's why I stuck the skewer in here, so I could hold on to this. And all I'm going to do is just paint my green apple completely black. And it's great because the skewer, I can just like spin it and turn it. Make sure you do like the bottom of it too. Alright. Alright, so I've got this one completely painted. So I'm just going to set it to the side. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to paint all of these completely black, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, so I got all 4 of them painted. Now y'all, it's going to take a couple coats. Alright, so when you're crafting and painting, use your blow dryer. Y'all, it really helps the paint dry faster. That we can get like a couple coats of paint really quick. So I'm going to go ahead and dry these, and then put like another coat of paint on them. Oh my gosh, y'all, look how great this looks. Okay, this is 2 coats of black paint, and it covered really well. What I want to do is, and maybe this isn't necessary, but I don't want to take a chance, I'm going to add some Mod Podge. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to take Mod Podge, I'm just going to brush it all over it, because I don't want to take a chance of the paint chipping off, you know, because it looks so good. Alright, I'm just going to take a little bit of Mod Podge. Make sure your paint is completely dry before you do this though. And all I'm going to do is just going to do a thin layer all the way around each one of my apples. I'm just going to put a little bit in a bow. Yeah, and I'm just going to brush a thin layer. And just remember, Mod Podge dries clear. And this is glossy that I have right here. They also make matte, they make dishwasher safe. So just a nice thin little layer all the way around my apples. Alright, so I got my first one done. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and do it to all of these. I think too, I probably could have mixed Mod Podge in with my paint. That may be another option. But I just now thought about this, so that's why I'm doing it. Y'all, I craft as close to live as you can get without actually being live. So I'm like thinking and doing this right now as I'm filming. Alright, I just want to show you. See, I can see like the white, the Mod Podge on there. I take my blow dryer to it, and all those white streaks will dry. Okay, I am going to show you if you have any little streaks, like right here. See, it's like a little white right there. I guess I had like a little too much glue or Mod Podge. I'm just going to take a little thing of black paint and just paint right over that. Just kind of blend that in. So don't worry, if you happen to get any little glue streaks that won't dry, just touch it up. Just go over it with a little bit more paint. And two, this glossy Mod Podge made these even like shinier. So like a little extra poisonous. Alright, so now that these are completely dry, look at that. I love that shine to them. That is that glossy Mod Podge on there. So now, what we're gonna do is, so you can either take some dowel rods. I got these at Dollar Tree, Walmart sells these, Hobby Lobby, maybe even Dollar General. You either take dowel rods, or I'm gonna use these black and white striped straws. I got these at Hobby Lobby for 99 cents. I do know once Walmart starts putting out their Halloween stuff, they'll also have some straws. But I think I'm gonna go with these because I love the black and white stripe. Or if I did this, I would have to paint it, you know? So I'm gonna use my straws. So the best thing is just take one of your apples, pull out that skewer if you do this. Oop. If you do that right there. Now, what you could do, you could either take your hot glue gun, because the tip of it's really hot, and just stick it down in there. I'm not doing hot glue, like I'm not squeezing the trigger or anything. I'm just trying to make my hoe a little bit bigger so my straw fit in there. That, or you could take like just a paintbrush, like the end of it, and use that to make your hole bigger. And actually this works better than the glue gun. So yeah, don't worry about this. Yeah, just use a paintbrush to make the hole bigger for your straw. Alright, so let's see. So I'm going to take one of my straws here. See if I can get that to go in there. Close, but not yet. This one's like a little bit bigger. I'll use this one. Alright, I do know I don't want my straw this tall. That's a preference, you know, whatever you want. I don't want mine this tall though. So I'm just gonna take some scissors. I'm gonna cut a little bit off the end of it. And I think I'm also going to, I'm gonna cut it at an angle to put like a sharp point on the end. See, just like that. See, now it looks like a little dagger almost. Now push that down in there. Oh yeah, that just went right in. Oh yeah, this worked the best for me, is just to take a paintbrush, like the end of it. Try different sizes, get the size that like fits whatever you're doing best. Now if you use a dowel rod, you can just use the dowel rod to make your hole. But since I'm using a straw and it's like bendable, you know, I don't want to take a chance of like bending it. Alright, so that one, I'm gonna take another one real quick. Pull that out of there. I'm gonna take my paintbrush again, make that hole to fit my straw. Take another straw, also trim the end off of this one. Like that. I'm gonna cut this one at an angle. Boop. Alright, let's see if that'll just go right in there. Yep, that is perfect. Alright. Alright, so you want to make sure they're all about the same height as each other. It does not have to be exact. And two, it just kind of depends on how you decorate with them. But alright, now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take some parchment paper and I'm just gonna do one apple at a time. Alright, y'all, I have never done this before. It was just an idea that I had. So I'm not exactly sure the best way to do this. My two thoughts were to take paint. This is Apple Barrel. I always use Apple Barrel paint from Walmart. Love it. It's like 59 cents. So I've got this Parakeet Green or puffy paint. This is a neon green puffy paint. Also Walmart, Hobby Lobby, they all have this. I'm not sure which option is gonna be the best. I wouldn't use this one, but I used this on like the poison apple crafts that we did last year with like the actual like poison apple from Snow White. All right, so now that I got the hoe, I'm gonna take my straw out. I'm gonna take this parakeet green. All right, y'all, we're just gonna try this. All right, I'm gonna take that parakeet green. What I'm gonna do, I am gonna start at the top and I'm just gonna start squeezing the paint on here. I think I'm just gonna kind of go around and around. I'm just kind of going slow with it too. And I do want to take a paintbrush, kind of spread it out a little bit. Because here's the thing, the thicker this paint is, the longer it will take to dry. So just kind of remember that. Of course, I'm trying to like get it as close to that hoe as I can too. All right. So we're looking like this. I think what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna stick my skewer back in for a minute. That way I can have like little like spinning control. I'm gonna take my paint and I'm just gonna spin this in my hand. Yeah, that works good. Okay. Now I'm also going to let it just kind of drip down. See, like right there. Come over here. Yeah, that's looking good right there. Okay, so I'm gonna take this, also kind of squeeze it, let it run down. Come over, I'm gonna let it run down. And when doing this, you have full control. You know, do as much or as little as you like. Ooh, look at this, y'all. Okay, I was so worried about this. I didn't know if it was just gonna like run all the way down it. All right, so far this is really working. Oh my gosh, this is looking so good. Look at that, y'all, it's working. I seriously have been stressing myself out over to use paint or puffy paint. Yeah, you see I'm just doing a little bit at a time. I'm gonna take that paintbrush, kind of trying to like blend it a little bit. All right, look at this. Okay, I'm gonna set this one to the side. I'm gonna let this dry, and honestly, it's just probably gonna just kind of keep running down too, which is fine. All right, so we have our parakeet green. All right, so we're gonna take our next apple, take my straw out again. This time I'm gonna take, I've got pumpkin orange, once again, apple barrel paint. All right, take this, I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I'm just gonna start right here on the top. Just go around. Okay, I'm gonna take my paintbrush, kind of spread that around. All right, so just round and around. Once again, I'm gonna start kind of doing some drips. Let this kind of run down. Yeah, this is working so good, y'all. If you get little bubbles, just take your paintbrush and just kind of pop them. There's little bitty bubbles on here. All right, so we got our orange one. Now we're gonna take one more, and we're gonna take, I've got Concord Grape. It's just something I had here. Once again, you can use any colors that you want, but once again, apple barrel paint, Concord Grape. So I'm gonna take this one, same thing. I'm gonna start at the top and just go around it and let it kind of do its thing, really. I think I need new paint. This is so stringy. I've had this paint for probably 3 or 4 years. It's time to throw it away and get some new ones because it keeps getting these like thick like clumps in it, like really, really stringy. All right, once again, I'm just gonna go around, kind of let some run down. So now that I'm doing this and I'm using paint, I honestly think that puffy paint would be better, because puffy paint, it stops where you want it to, where this is just gonna keep on running down. So depending on like the look that you're going for. All right, I'm gonna sit this one down because I am making a mess. Oh shoot. So while it's wet, if you want, you can add some like fake little sprinkles to it. I don't recommend using real food sprinkles on it, but you can get like crafting sprinkles. I got these from Temu, I think last year. I know Amazon sells them too. This one I got like little bats in it and like purple and green confetti. This has like eyeballs and stars. But something else you can do is, let me move this, I can show you. These are little rubber bands. Little rubber bands from Dollar Tree. This is in like the hair stuff, like hair barrettes and ponytail holders. Look how colorful it is. So I started playing around with it. And y'all look, I made confetti out of it, like sprinkles, or not confetti, but like sprinkles out of it. So what you do is get the colors that you want. Like, let's say orange. I got my little orange bow right here. Just take a bunch of the orange ones. I wrapped them around my finger. I recommend taking some small, sharp scissors with a point. Go up underneath all of those right there. Cut it. Keep holding on to it. Okay? Keep pinching, holding on to it. And just cut like the size sprinkles that you would want, like into a bow or a little glass container. And just keep pinching and holding on to them. And just kind of pull and adjust the length that you want. And then cut them. Be careful you don't cut your finger, because believe me, I came close earlier. And then look, I now have a bunch of sprinkles. And then like this one right here, I mixed like purple and green together. So all I did was, I just got some purple and some green. Mix the colors, put them together once again on my finger. Yeah, again, like a bunch of purple right here. Get some more green. All right, so like I said, I got purple and green together. Go up underneath, cut those, keep pinching and hanging on to it. Once again, just adjust and just cut some little strips, little sprinkles into my little bow right here. They also have a bag of solid black if you just want to do like little black sprinkles. But yeah, like right there, you just made yourself some fake little sprinkles. All right, so while your paint is still wet, like this one right here, I did black and white little rubber bands together. So I'm gonna use these as little sprinkles. And I'm just gonna scatter it around on the top of my little apple right here. That is so cute. Do you know what? On this purple, I think I may add like a little bit of orange to it also. Kind of scatter some orange, little orange sprinkles on here. Something like that. Actually too, I'm gonna take some of the green and I'm gonna get some green on here. Ah, look at that, y'all. It seriously looks like little sprinkles on it. All right, I'm gonna spin just this so you can see it better. So on this orange one, I'm not gonna use orange because that's very, very, very close in color. I will take some of my purple and the green. I'm gonna sprinkle these on here. Do that. And I'm also gonna take some of the black and white. Sprinkle these on here. And the green, I definitely want some of the purple and stuff on here. So I'm gonna sprinkle this. A little of that on here. Actually, I need more purple than the green, but I'd mix mine together. I probably should have did each color separately, but you know, that's how you learn. All right, now, I definitely want some of the black and white. Ooh, yes, that looks so good. And remember, you don't have to do this. This is just me kind of like giving you some ideas, playing around with it. But I am loving it. I am loving it. All right, I definitely want more purple over on this one. All right, so now the hard part is this has to dry. This will probably take a while because I got so much paint on here. And then once this completely dries, we'll move on to the next step. I almost forgot about this apple. All right, this one right here, I think I'm gonna do a little different for this one. I'm just gonna take a paper plate. I'm gonna sit this on here. I'm gonna take the puffy paints. I think on this one, orange, neon green, and purple. All right, so on this one right here, that way everything just kind of like blends and matches. All right, I'm gonna take this. Make sure you get the paint down in the tip of it. And on this one, I think I'm just gonna do it almost like icing. You know, just kind of like back forth, like that. A little bit more over here. I'll take my green, same thing. I'm gonna do it like it's icing. Oh my gosh, that looks so pretty. Right, like that. I'm gonna put a little bit over this way too. Whoop. Alright, now I'm gonna take this beautiful purple. Oh my gosh, I think two. Maybe go this way. Now go, oops. Like that. Ooh, yes, okay. Now I'm gonna do same thing with my orange. Take a little bit. And then also do the same thing with my green. Oh my gosh, y'all. Look at this one. All right, once again, this is gonna take quite a while to dry. So I'm gonna set this to the side too. All right, y'all. So I have been letting these sit here for hours to dry. The top of them is pretty much all dry. The bottom may take a little bit longer, but we're gonna go ahead. So I'm gonna pull out my little dowel rods that I had sticking in here. I'm gonna take my paintbrush again, just to make sure that hole didn't like fill up with paint or anything. Alright, so we got our apples. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some hot glue and I'm gonna put it, I think just kind of squeeze it down into the hoe of one of my apples. Just make a little bit right there. And then put my little straw back in there. Believe me, you want to make sure your straw is like straight up and not like at an angle. Okay, so I got that one. I'm gonna go ahead, put some hot glue in there, and some hot glue over here in this one. Alright. Get my straws down in there. Alright, y'all. We're not done. I am loving this though. Alright, now, your choice, whatever you want to do to this. I have a bunch of different, like, thin kind of ribbon. Some of this is, these right here, Dollar Tree. These right here, the purple, orange, green. I just got these at Walmart yesterday for like 90 cents. Y'all, so much cheaper than Dollar Tree. These were less than $1 each. So I could very easily just use these. I also have some from Hobby Lobby. But let's do these. Like I said, these were less than $1. And this is back where they keep like, kind of like in Walmart's like crafting area. Like where they keep the flowers and the fabric and, you know what I'm gonna do? I think right now, I'm just gonna make a little bow. Just make a little bitty bow. Got that off, got that off. All right, so I'm gonna make a green one. Same thing. I'm just gonna take the ribbon, make like a little loop, another little loop, and then just go ahead and make another little bow. I like this purple one because look, it's just like a little bit of like sequence, like a little bit like glitter, shine, like on the edges of it. They didn't have it in the other colors, at least at my Walmart they didn't. So, alright. Just go ahead, make another little bow real quick. Oop. All right, y'all, if you're anything like me, there's always one side of your craft that looks better than the others. So I think this right here will be my front on that one. I guess that looked pretty good right here, right there. So I'm gonna mix mine up. I don't want to put like green on green. I want to make it a little bit more like colorful. So I'm just gonna do a little dab of hot glue on the back, whoop, on the back of each one of my bows. And I think I'm gonna put the green over here with the orange. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so cute. I want the purple one on my green one. So put a little hot glue on here on my purple. Okay, a little thing of hot glue on the back here of my orange bow. Right there, and then just stick it right here on the purple. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna move these over here for just a minute. Now, y'all, this one with the puffy paint. Look how cute this turned out. Now, puffy paint takes like a day to dry. It seriously takes forever. So, I'm not gonna touch this a lot, but I do wanna go ahead and get my straw put into here. So, I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. I'm gonna go ahead and put some hot glue down in there. Get my straw in there. And then on this one, oh my gosh, I could do any color ribbon on this one because it's so colorful. All right, I think I'm gonna go with the green. It's so bright and so like fun. All right, so put a little hot glue on there and same thing. Just hot glue it right here to my straw. Don't burn yourself. Yeah, that's hot. Oh my gosh, y'all. These turned out even better than I thought. I really struggled with this one because of not knowing whether to use paint or puffy paint, but because I didn't have enough of the green, I just went with paint. So, y'all, look. Oh my gosh. I think these look even better than the ones that like Home Goods and TJ Maxx was selling. Ah, I love them. Y'all, this seriously, it's so easy. Y'all, this seriously is so easy, and you can make multiples, so many different colors and styles and holidays, whatever you want. Look at that. I love it. And using those little rubber bands from Dollar Tree as sprinkles. Do you see that? I'll also give you like a close-up of them too. But I love it. And I like to mix the different color bows with the apples. I love that. Oh my gosh, I keep touching puffy paint, so it takes forever to dry. But y'all, if you saw my Dollar Tree haul, I got the skeleton hand. Look, just the apple in the skeleton hand. Look at that. This is gonna be so fun to decorate with. Ah, look at it. And I love just using the puffy paint. It's like drizzling like caramel or something on it, you know? Like some kind of like drizzling like chocolates or something on it. Look at that. I love the little skeleton hand with it. But alright, you gotta let me know what you think. We are gonna do some fall ones too. I've got the red apples. We're gonna use those for some fall crafts. Y'all, I got so many ideas. We're just gonna keep on doing like crafting videos. So if you wanna see like what else we're gonna do, make sure that you're subscribed. And when you hit subscribe, click all. That way you're notified for everything that we do around here. Because too, we're gonna start doing some decorating. Oh, and too, y'all, we have a Halloween crafting playlist and a fall crafting playlist, which right here, if you've not seen how to make this one yet, these overalls turned out to be adorable. Little scarecrow. We just did some ghost, a candle holder, the cutest little like talon stuff. So I'll link those playlists down below for you. That way if you want to check out like some other like Halloween crafting and fall crafting. We also have done like so many wreaths too. But yeah, I'll link it all down below for you. But alright, my battery's about to die. Go figure. So if you made it this far, leave me the apple emoji. That way I know you made it to the end. Alright, that is it. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye guys. Thanks for watching. Alright, look, I want to show you So that is that beautiful witch I got from Home Goods this year. And look, mixing her with these candy apples, I added some like gummy candy corn to it. Look how cute this looks. And this is just like sitting on our stove right now. Oh, like I said, I still feel like patriotic decor everywhere. But look, this is gonna be so fun and cute to decorate with. I am loving the apple on the hand. So I'll give you a close-up of that, like what that looks like. And then, and this little black tray, this was just in our Dollar Tree haul too. This is brand new this year. Yeah, look how good that looks. Y'all, I am so ready to start decorating. I love this.